Hey everyone, welcome back to the Medcurity podcast. Today's episode is one of those important, practical reminders that could save your organization or your client's organization from major trouble. And we are talking about the HIPAA security risk analysis, or the SRA, and why right now, not January, not after the holidays, but right now is the time to make sure that it's complete for 2025. The countdown is on. We are in the final stretch of this year. Every healthcare organization and business associate, from hospitals and dental practices to billing services, IT vendors, and consulting groups, must have a current documented security risk analysis in place to meet HIPAA requirements. It's not just a box to check. This is the foundation of your entire compliance program. Every policy, every safeguard, every risk management plan, all of this builds on the findings of this analysis. Without it, your organization is basically guessing when it comes to protecting patient data, and in the eyes of the Office for Civil Rights, the OCR, guessing is not compliance. OCR has made one thing crystal clear this year: if you don't have a current SRA, enforcement is coming. Let's look at what that has meant in 2025 so far. Each of these cases tells the same story. We have a business associate in Illinois that faced $227,000 in penalties, not because of a breach itself, but because they went years without assessing their risks. A small surgical practice in Michigan was hit with a $10,000 fine after ransomware exposed their lack of a current analysis. A radiology imaging provider in New York settled for $350,000 when investigators found unsecured data and no enterprise-wide SRA. And even a New York accounting firm acting as a business associate had to pay $175,000 after ransomware hit, revealing that they never conducted an accurate security risk analysis. These weren't huge hospital systems. These were small to mid-sized organizations that assumed that they were too small to be noticed. But the OCR doesn't discriminate by size. If you handle PHI, protected health information, then you are responsible for protecting it. So why are so many organizations still behind on this? Well, the SRA can sound intimidating. It feels technical, complicated, and time-consuming. But the truth is that not doing it costs far more in fines, in reputation, in downtime, and in trust. And here's something that we see all the time. We see people waiting until December, waiting until the very end of the year to start, and scrambling to get documentation together. I really want to encourage you not to let this happen this year. The deadline isn't far off, it's now. So completing your SRA before the year end means that you are going to walk into 2026 feeling confident, prepared, and audit ready. Let's back up for a moment. What exactly does the security risk analysis accomplish? An SRA takes a deep, structured look at where protected health information lives in your organization, how it is accessed, transmitted, and stored, what safeguards are in place and which ones aren't, and what your risks are, from outdated systems to employee access to missing policies to vendor vulnerabilities. And then it doesn't just point out the problems, it actually gives you a roadmap to fix them. That roadmap becomes your risk management plan, which is a required part of HIPAA compliance. And with that, you can make smart, documented decisions that show OCR you're serious about protecting patient data. OCR's message this year has been remarkably consistent. Missing or outdated SRAs lead to enforcement. They do, even when organizations have great security tools, even when they've trained their staff. If they can't produce a current SRA during an investigation, then it's a violation. And what's important to remember is that this requirement applies to every covered entity and every business associate, whether you're a solo practitioner, a regional health system, or an outsourced billing vendor. If PHI touches your systems, then the SRA is non-negotiable. Now, if all of this sounds overwhelming, this is where we come in. This is where Medcurity comes in. We've built a team of experts. We've built a platform to make the security risk analysis process straightforward, guided, audit ready from start to finish. Here's what that looks like. We guide you step by step through every area of compliance, the analysis, the policies, all of it. You collaborate directly with our team, including your project manager, to clarify findings and to understand exactly what the OCR expects. And then you get clear clear, professional documentation that you can present during an audit or a security review. There's no guesswork, no gaps, just a clear path to compliance. So if you haven't completed your 2025 SRA yet, don't wait until everyone's calendar is full. Go to medcurity.com, connect with our team, and get your security risk analysis started today. Thanks for tuning in to the Medcurity podcast. Stay safe, stay compliant, and we'll see you next time.